Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius November 2017 horoscope forecast. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Well, anyway, people, first thing is, well, the Sun will be in Scorpio as far as November goes from the 1st until the 22nd. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, there could be a strong focus and need to shine in career matters, matters perhaps with the dominant parent, which is often the father. It could be dealings with people in authority, perhaps the public image and reputation. It could be dealing maybe in some cases, perhaps there could be a focus perhaps on even maybe surreptitious activity connected with one's public image. At times this could even be something negative or some kind of slander going on behind one's back. And it could also be a strong focus on transformation in 10th house matters. It could be the relationship with the dominant parent. It could be in one's career or vocation. Perhaps in dealing with career matters, perhaps with a lot of Scorpio inner fortitude and courage. So anyway, the next thing is, as far as November goes, the Sun will be in Sagittarius from the 22nd until the 30th, and the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So there could be a lot of, you could say, the focus could be on 11th house matters such as friends, acquaintances, goals, aspirations, the future. And in these goals and aspirations, in other 11th house matters may be pursued with a lot of this Sagittarius-like abundance of enthusiasm and expansiveness and exuberance, doing it in a very positive way. There could be perhaps some strong concentration of energy, perhaps even in Sagittarius-like things such as sports, philosophy, religion, and it may be done with friends and acquaintances. And also, I mean, this is also, and it could be done in strong group activities and organizations. So anyway, well, the full moon will be in Taurus on November 4th. And for Aquarius, the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. This could be a home-related project, such as doing some remodeling on the home, making some changes with it, modifications. And it might be, perhaps it comes to a conclusion, it may have been done with a lot of Taurus-like patience, perseverance, and persistence, and it may come to an end at this time. It could be a case of the stubborn, so to speak, with a family member, and it could be, I mean, in some cases, the less dominant parent, which is generally the mother. This could also be something, I mean, the 4th house is also, I mean, you look at it, it's about our roots in our traditions, and it could be getting to it could be something where you were looking into something connected with this, which required, as I stated before, the Taurus persistence and patience. And it might be where you finally maybe uncovered this, or whatever it was you were doing in connection with this might be coming to a close at this time. So anywhere could, in some cases, it could be a stubborn situation with a family member that finally reaches its boiling point, and you get full of it at this time. So anyway, the next thing is, well, the new moon will be in Scorpio, I believe, November 18th, and the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, this could be perhaps something new may start career-wise. It might be a new career endeavor for Aquarius. It might be Scorpio-related, such as working as a surgeon, a locksmith, something connected with the astrology, the occult, supernatural, investigation, forensics. Something new may start. It might be very really pursued, something new in the career that might be new. It could also be maybe kind of like a new, even a relationship, maybe with somebody that might be a superior, might be in a position of authority. It could be somebody, it could even be a new, more powerful and intense relationship with that dominant parent, which is often the father. This could be to whatever, I mean, Scorpio energy, of course, is very powerful. So whatever it is, it could be something new that might be connected, that might get you some notoriety and recognition. It can be something Scorpio-like, such as I stated before, the astrology, the called supernatural. It could be alchemy. It could be something connected. Even with another Scorpio-like field, such as psychology, it could be something that could get you very strong attention and accolades and recognition might be started at this point. Now, the next thing is, well, as far as November goes, Mercury will be in Scorpio from the 1st until the 5th, and the 10th house again is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. Now, this could be a time of very strong, incisive, and intense communications with the dominant parent, with people in authority, perhaps. This could be a lot of talk that's very sarcastic with these people and very caustic and really to the point as well. You might find that people in authority, maybe in the dominant parent, it could be maybe more probing than usual. And you may see also, there could be conversations that you have with these people that can be very intense. And keep in mind that the 10th house is also about one's reputation, one's public image. So there could be some deep conversations regarding this, ones that could be very provocative. So anyway, the next thing is Mercury, as far as November goes, will be in Sagittarius from the 5th until the 30th, and the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time for Aquarius, there could be a lot of real blunt and outspoken and also philosophical conversations with friends and acquaintances. Talking, it could be a lot of communication and talking very positively and optimistically about the future, about goals and aspirations. And this is about to keep in mind that Mercury is also about short journeys. So this could be really, it could be a lot of more short journeys, maybe some errands being run for friends, for acquaintances. Ones that are ones in which maybe in the process somehow, maybe through conversations during these short journeys, it could be ones that are maybe you gain some kind of wisdom from these people. Or I guess what could be happening is when you're talking about short journeys and you're talking about friends, these could be ones that are done maybe with a lot of that Sagittarius like exuberance and enthusiasm, and done in a very upbeat manner, and you know, be very positive and really in having a good really what me worry outlook as far as that goes. So anyway, in doing those errands for those people. So anyway, next thing is, well, as far as November goes, Venus will be in Libra from the 1st until the 7th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So this could be a time where maybe if Aquarius is unattached, it could be a relationship maybe may start with maybe a foreigner or somebody they meet in a long distance journey. This could be perhaps sharing maybe a love of art and beauty with people perhaps from another country. It could be also about having peaceful relationships that are with in-laws and grandchildren, if applicable. These people may be showing also some artistic ability, and being in Libra, the relationships might be such that are, I mean, if you're meeting somebody, say that's from traveling abroad, or it's through maybe some publishing industry, something ninth house related, or someone meeting higher education, it could be somebody that might be a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or maybe somebody that embodies Libra-like characteristics, somebody that's very refined, charming, is about intellectual sociability, somebody cultured, civil, and diplomatic, so and fair-minded. So anyway, well, the next thing is, as far as November goes, Venus will be in Scorpio from the 7th until the 30th. So the 10th house again is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So this could be a time for Aquarius where money may be made through some Scorpio-like manner, and it might be made in obviously the 10th house tied in to one's career. This could be a time too, maybe expressing enjoyment of Scorpio-like things such as alchemy, magic, astrology, the occult, supernatural, things that might be in just whatever, and things that are connected with mysteries, problem solving even. This might be done perhaps with maybe somebody that maybe the dominant parent. This could be done too. Also keep in mind that you look at the 10th house, it's also about, I mean, look at Venus, I should say. Venus is about relationships. So this could indicate too that maybe this if Aquarius is unattached, perhaps a Scorpio might be met in turn, might be somebody that you might have a prospective relationship with, and it may be somebody that may simply embody Scorpio-like characteristics, and could be somebody that is connected with your career. Now, also, too, is that, Venus and Scorpio energy, of course, could be about intense and passionate type relationships. So if this is somebody that is connected with your career, maybe plays a role in your public image, or might also play a role to some degree in getting some kind of notoriety and recognition as well. This person might figure strongly in that and very intensely. So anyway, well, the next thing is, well, Mars will be in Libra for this month. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So anyway, well, the thing about this is, well, when you're talking about Mars and 9th house energy, well, naturally, situations with in-laws and grandchildren, if applicable, can be more contentious and acrimonious than usual. This could be, keep in mind though, that Mars being in Libra, we're talking about passive, aggressive type energy. So the arguments, the quarrels might not be outwardly combative, but what it can be though is there can be certain arguments and discord which is done through more subtle means, such as maybe not answering somebody if you don't agree with them, or changing the subject, or not being compliant with somebody's request. Also, this could be a lot of energy and vitality put into 9th house matters, such as higher education, having balanced higher education, I should say, being in Libra. Perhaps into long distance journeys, into publishing even. So anyway, and even in religion as well, perhaps. So the next thing is, well, Jupiter will still be in Scorpio, and the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So this could be a time for Aquarius where there can be some luck and fortune connected through transformation of one's career, one's public image, one's reputation. It could be for the positive. Keep in mind though that Jupiter is paradoxical. It's benign and benevolent, yes, but it also can be, it could be about enlargement and expanding. So this could expand perhaps surreptitious, sneaky behavior connected with 10th house matters, such as the dominant parent, which is generally the father. It could be superiors, people in positions of authority. It could also be people that are doing things to try to perhaps vilify one's reputation, and maybe doing things that in terms can be slanderous, and doing things in a real sneaky and surreptitious way, a lot of it to actually to try to hurt someone's public image and reputation as well. So, but at the same time, this could be a lot of exuberance and enthusiasm put into one's career, and it could be something Scorpio related, such as astrology, the occult, supernatural, doing work as a locksmith, surgery, just whatever, anything that might be Scorpio related. So anyway, well, Saturn will still be in Sagittarius, and the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, this could be a period of really, in some cases, with Saturn, and you're talking about the 11th house of friends, this could be taking care of a debilitated or sickly friend or even acquaintance. It could be something connected with something Sagittarius related. Somebody might have a strong issue, perhaps with a thigh or a hamstring. They're having trouble getting around. This is about taking also responsibility for 11th house matters, such as your friends, your acquaintances, your future, your goals, your aspirations. And two, another thing is that perhaps an older person, or even the father, might figure more prominently. It might be somebody that has this maybe it might embody some Sagittarius-like characteristics. Might be somebody that's very wise, very sagacious, philosophical, and that person might figure more prominently, perhaps in your future, in your goals and your aspirations, and even your situation with your friends, perhaps. So anyway, well, the next thing is Uranus will still be in Aries, and the 3rd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, Aquarius might experience a lot. I mean, Aquarius can often be very ingenious and innovative anyway, but this could be a time where it might even be more emphasized, because you may have really some extemporaneous flashes of intellectual brilliance. Some innovative ideas can come very quickly, like almost in lightning speed, and very abruptly, and could be very pioneering. This could also be something where maybe you might, I mean, in some cases you could be inventing something. Perhaps that's communications related. This could also be about some unpredictability connected perhaps with siblings, if applicable, and neighbors, perhaps at this time, unpredictable behavior from them. This could be too, keep in mind that, I mean, Uranus is about electricity as well, and you're talking about the 3rd house. 3rd house is about our transportation, and really you just have to be careful if you're working on vehicles, because cars, trucks, they're connected with transportation. If you're doing any wiring, be exceptionally careful at this time. So because you want to make sure that everything is such where you don't maybe get a shock, because I would see this as more of a propensity of getting some kind of shock because of this. And even doing things, even if you're doing something, say with a maybe even with a neighbor, and you're doing some wiring in someone's home, or you're working as an electrician in your own neighborhood, always, I mean, people that do that kind of work take precautions anyway, but it's even more especially important to make sure you're doing it now, I'd say. Anyway, Neptune will still be in Pisces, and the 2nd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time for Aquarius, this could be about perhaps maybe some deception and duplicity and monetary matters. It could be, I mean, it's very important to make sure for Aquarius at this time, if you're signing anything that's monetary related, some kind of work contract, to be exceptionally prudent and careful at this time, because with Neptune, you're talking about the second house, things could be very nebulous and unclear in monetary matters. You might also have some confusion regarding your own self-worth and your self-esteem at this time. Neptune could be about dissipating and dissolving energy. So it's important to really make sure that at this time. And also, it could be about one's possessions maybe diminishing or dissipating, or maybe just getting more possessions that might be Neptune related, such as things associated with photography, such as cameras. It could be spiritual, metaphysical items, things connected with chemistry, just something that might be Neptune related. So anyway, also Pluto will still be in Capricorn, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time for Aquarius, it might be a time where perhaps Aquarius might go through some kind of major transformation, maybe in as far as in private, or the private life might be going through some upheavals, and maybe there's some crisis going on with that. And it could also be about, I mean, in some cases, isolated, if there is a mental illness, there could be a battle in terms of trying to get control over it, or maybe it starts to control Aquarius more. This could also be about, I mean, you're looking at Pluto, and remember that Pluto, you know, unlike Saturn, Pluto can obliterate and completely destroy, where Saturn is more about limitation and restriction. Pluto might destroy some things that are associated with one's private life, but remember, it's about rebirth as well. So another thing too is, you look at this in Pluto, and also this is about, I mean, 12th house is about hidden adversaries as well. So it could mean perhaps this could manifest as having some very powerful hidden adversaries. It could be Capricorn-like people that are in business, government, politics, maybe people that are just like very ambitious. People that, I mean, this could be also, it could manifest in a way where it could indicate eradication of those people, maybe having the ability to gain power over those people, and the ones that are pretending to be your friends, and they're really your enemies secretly. So anyway, next thing is, well, the North Node will still be in Leo, and the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, this for Aquarius, this could be about perhaps confronting issues perhaps with a significant other. It could be someone in a business partnership with. It could be an open adversary, doing so with a lot of Leo valor and courage and fortitude. And it could also be, I mean, Leo energy could be about extravagance as well. It could be about spending perhaps a lot of money, perhaps on legal issues, and maybe having to be extravagant in that area. It could also be about being magnanimous and generous as well, and doing so perhaps in matters connected with the relationship significant other, or just it could be with others in general, or simply maybe with someone in a business partnership, and being not necessarily just generous monetarily speaking, but generous of the time as well. Now, the Black Moon Lilith will be in Sagittarius as far as November goes, from the 1st until the 9th, and the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time, this could be the unveiling perhaps of an formidable adversary that may have been a friend at one time or acquaintance. And it could be somebody with the Sun, Moon, or Ascendant in Sagittarius, or it could simply be somebody that embodies Sagittarius-like characteristics. This could be too, maybe something comes out connected with one's philosophy on the future that maybe didn't necessarily want to have come out, but it happens to come out at this time. It happens to be unveiled. It could be a friend that might be nefarious, some nefarious qualities. It could be something also about a group or organization that Aquarius might be involved in that comes out, and maybe there's some kind of warped philosophy that might be associated with it. So anyway, well, the Black Moon Lilith, as far as November goes, will be in Capricorn from the 9th until the 30th, and the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time for Aquarius, there could be some, perhaps, I mean, you're talking about the 12th house. The 12th house is about our hidden adversaries, and the Black Moon Lilith could indicate a formidable adversary. So this could be somebody that maybe a hidden adversary may come out at this time and be exposed and unveiled. And this could be somebody that could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply embody Capricorn-like characteristics. It could, I mean, this could be somebody that might be showing some very negative Capricorn-like qualities, such as being overly tyrannical, ambitious, and it could be too that, I mean, we're talking about the 12th house, of course, and we're talking about Black Moon Lilith. So it could also be something, in some isolated cases, it could be something of a serious mental illness, or some kind of a mental illness that's tied in to some kind of strong despondency or depression that happens to come out, that maybe Aquarius did not want to have come out. So anyway, well, last but not least, Chiron will still be in Pisces, and the 2nd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Aquarius. So at this time for Aquarius, this could be maybe Aquarius might experience some kind of wounds and emotional wounds and suffering connected with something monetary, maybe due to some kind of duplicity or deception. It could be by not reading the fine print in some kind of financial documents. This could also be, I mean, it could be over maybe the values that were unrealistic. Maybe there's some repercussions because of this, and some suffering due to this for Aquarius. Maybe it's over, I mean, in some isolated cases, this could be something too, where, I mean, where there could be some drug or alcohol involvement, maybe at the place where money is generated, in some isolated cases where there's some suffering and repercussions because of this. Maybe it affects you, or maybe just doing this affects some Aquarius's performance at the place where they're generating money in some cases. Also confusion over maybe things of a monetary nature and making money as well, and there might be some emotional wounds that Aquarius may be going through because of this. Keep in mind though that Chiron is also about healing, so you could be doing things to help others connected with maybe some monetary woes, and maybe in helping them maybe restore other self-esteem and self-worth, and using that Pisces like compassion, empathy, and self-sacrifice in doing so. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aquarius November 2017 horoscope forecast. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Pisces November 2017 horoscope forecast. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.